Let's get started. Okay, welcome everybody to the Not So Newlywed Game. And we have four very eager contestants with us. So to start things off, we are going to let the couples introduce themselves, rather. So let us start with couple number one, Colin and Jessica.
Hi, guys. So we've been married for over a year, last year in April, but we've been together for about 15 years, since we were 15 years old. And a fun fact is I'm currently pregnant, 35 weeks. So she's going to be due in August.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations!
Wonderful.
Okay, next we have Glenlee and Nick.
Hey, yeah, I am Nick Morkajumba. This is my wife, Glenlee Morkajumba. We've been married for over 2 years. Fun fact, we had a baby a few months ago, and she's this little nugget right here.
Oh, hi, Nugget. All right, well, congratulations to you guys also. Okay, Gina and Mark, welcome.
Hey everyone, woo! We are representing the newly moved from the Northeast folks to Alabama. We've been married 35 years. We have 2 grown sons, and one just made us grandparents.
Oh, there's babies everywhere in this group.
Yeah, there's something in the water.
I see a theme here.
And the other one just got his doctorate, and they're getting married. We don't know, hopefully this year. It's on again, off again, on again, off. So anyway, we're glad to be here. You want to add anything?
No, that's great. Thank you. Glad to be on.
All right, thank you. And then last we have Miss Pat and Mr. Ed.
Hey, we have been married for 27 years. And I think a fun fact is, especially for any theater folks that might be listening, Sharon Morgan set us up when we both taught at Bessemer State at night. So we are always thankful for Sharon Morgan.
Oh.
I will say that Sharon gave me her telephone number, and Pat, without asking Pat, and that was a real hard part of our friendship and relationship. It took a little while for Pat to get over that.
Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I want all the couples kind of talk amongst yourselves, and y'all are going to decide how many points you think y'all will earn by the end of the game. It is a total of 70 points that are possible. So in case of a tiebreaker, whoever is closest to the number they guessed wins. So talk amongst yourselves while I do a little commercial. Okay, so now that they're busy, I can talk to the rest of you guys watching. Here at South City Theater, we are so grateful and appreciative to be able to do these virtual performances for you guys. We really hope that you're enjoying them as much as we are. And if you would be so kind, we would appreciate it that if you're enjoying the show, to go ahead and like and comment and share and all that fun stuff. And there's also a little donation button at the bottom that goes directly to supporting the theater. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay, couples, do y'all have your guesses made?
Yes.
Okay. Did y'all write them down?
No.
Oh.
You write it down?
It's so small.
Okay, and then you can just kind of store those to the side in case, like I said, in case there's a tie. All right. Now, let's get into it. First, we are going to be interviewing the men. So, ladies, if you would do us a favor and go away.
Oh, I do.
One eternity later.
I'm so excited. I debated for a while on how invasive and entertaining to make these questions, but hopefully I found the middle ground. All right. So, first question is you get a call from the police, and he says that your wife has been arrested. Which one of these crimes is she most likely to have committed? Did she free all the animals from the zoo? Did she take a Facebook fight to the streets? Or was she being criminally indecisive? All right, so first person to share their answer is going to be, let's have it be Mr. Ed. All right, so she's most likely getting a Facebook fight. Is she real sassy online?
Yes.
All right, how about Nick? What's your answer?
It is.
To be criminally indecisive. Oh, it's a
Didn't say
secret.
that. I was coerced.
All right, Colin, what'd you put? Freeing all the animals from the zoo?
Yeah, I was almost gonna say the other, like I was almost gonna say criminally indecisive. It could be either one, but like it's not the other one. So this is probably the best one.
Oh, and she does have a Snow White era to her. All right, and so that means last we have Mark. What was your answer?
So I am like Colin. She would not only free the animals from the zoo, she would bring them home to take care of them.
Very good. All right, so let's just keep going with this animal theme. And gentlemen, what animal would your spouse say you are the most like in the bedroom? Oh, salacious.
This is so strange. This says more about me than about her.
It could be wishful thinking.
Exactly.
And it's your guys' your duty to guess. It's not. You have to figure out which one it is. If I'm being wishful or being honest.
I think your wife is going to out you in the end.
Probably.
Okay.
Okay, so this time let's kick it off with, you know what, Nick, you go ahead. Tell us what your answer was. A lion. Is it because you're lazy and make her do all the work?
Mostly, yes. This is a double meaning one. That's exactly what I meant. Also because I'm from Africa. That's pretty much it.
How about Mark? What was your answer?
Same with the cat. Slightly different.
See,
Tiger.
I feel ever since Tiger King came out, tigers have a way more negative meaning to them. All right, we got two big cats. How about Ed? What are you?
It's
Puppy dog. That might be the sweetest, best answer so far.
thank you.
All right, and Colin, what was your answer?
I also picked the canine, but it's not as sweet.
No, much more carnal.
Descendant.
Okay, and last one, much less personal. Gentlemen, what gift have you given your wife that was the biggest surprise to her? Are you ready, Mr. Ed?
No confidence in this one, but best I could do.
All right. Beach house. Wow. That does seem very surprising. Okay. How about Colin? What did you put? What's your biggest surprise? A baby.
She honestly was pretty sure she couldn't get pregnant. So we had no real reason for her to believe that, to be honest, but she was very worried about it. So I feel like that was the biggest surprise for her.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. Good answer.
Got the job done.
Okay, Nick, what was the biggest surprise you gave her? A gourmet necklace?
Garnet.
Garnet. Okay. What was the reason for getting it for her?
It was just it was a lovely Tuesday. I think that's why it was surprising. I mean, Just youngsters pre-marriage.
Y'all are some sweet boys.
Well, you haven't asked the right questions yet. So far, I'm a sweet boy.
Well, a sweet lion, right?
There you go.
Okay, and then Mark.
Bracelet. Bracelet.
Bracelet?
Bracelet.
Okay, and there's just one bracelet. So, like, if you say bracelet, she knows what it is.
I think so. It's the last one I gave her.
Okay. We'll make it work. Okay.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. Now, if you could go back and get the wives, and we will see how compatible y'all were.
One eternity later.
Woo! So this time, ladies, you will be answering what you think your husband wrote down to these questions. The way we'll do this is I will ask the question, and then I'll call a specific wife, and then y'all will answer and compare individually. Okay. So the first question is, ladies, y'all have been arrested, and the police call your husband. Which one of these things are the reason you most likely got arrested? Was it for A, freeing all the animals at the zoo, B, taking a Facebook fight to the streets, or C, being criminally indecisive? So let's start with Gina. Gina, why'd you get arrested?
A,
For freeing all the animals?
freeing all the animals.
All right, Mark, and what did you say?
Freeing all the animals at the zoo. And I also added, and she brought them all home.
Okay, Glenlee, why'd you get arrested?
I think C.
You think it was criminally indecisive? That's kind of...
Well, that would be perfect.
All right, Nick, what did you put?
I lost the sheet, I think, for that first answer, but yes, it was criminally indecisive.
Yay! All right, and Jessica, what'd you get arrested for?
C, definitely.
Criminally
No.
indecisive?
I did the other one,
Oh, what is it?
letting all the animals out of the zoo.
Oh, no.
I thought that would might be the other one. It was between those two. It wasn't a Facebook
You
fight.
call me indecisive all the time, so I figured you
You were indecisive.
All right, and Miss Pat, what'd you get arrested for?
No question in my mind. He had to say B, fight on from Facebook.
And Ed said, fighting for Yay!
Pat, I'm not your husband, and I think you would say B.
All right, good round. Okay, ladies, this next question is, what animal would you say your spouse is most like in the bedroom? Let's start with Glenlee.
Wait, I don't get options?
No, you got all the animals to choose from.
It could be a pygmy marmoset. It could be anything.
Naked
Oh,
mole
no.
rat? Yeah.
Making more.
That's funny.
Do you want us to come back to you?
No, I'm gonna say a lion.
All right, and Nick said,
I said lion.
Did you really?
Yeah.
y'all are in sync. Okay, Miss Pat, what animal is Ed most like?
Oh, I would say a sweet little puppy dog.
All right, and Ed, what was your answer?
Puppy dog?
You said puppy dog.
Yay!
That's wonderful.
Woof, woof.
Oh my God, that's so accurate.
That is so accurate. Oh, I love it. All right, Miss Gina, what's your answer?
Tiger.
Ooh.
All right, and Mark, what was your answer?
The dike.
Oh my
Tiger.
God! Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Jessica, what's your response?
A wolf.
Wow, you actually really did.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wives, what is the gift that you've been the most surprised by that your husband gave you? Let's start with Jessica because we ended on you.
A painting.
No, it was a baby.
Um,
You weren't sure we could. I did surprise you with that Totoro painting. That's sure. That's true.
Okay, Gina, what's your answer?
Bracelet.
And what did Mark say?
Bracelet, jewelry.
Woohoo! Okay.
That's the best part of it.
All right. Glenn Lee.
I think it was probably the laptop or the watch.
You can't change your answer. I said because I couldn't remember any gift that I ever got you. It was the garnet necklace.
That was a great gift.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Birthstone and everything.
Yeah, you did good. That was a good one.
I had to figure out what a birthstone was. So.
You got it right.
Yay.
Well, I Googled it, so. I hope so.
Okay, and Miss Pat.
Emerald necklace and earrings.
Oops.
Oh.
You missed that.
Oh,
And what
man.
was your answer, Ed?
What was it?
Beach house.
Beach house. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a
It
surprise.
wasn't a surprise.
You could have got away with a necklace and a.
Sucker.
We both, honestly, it wasn't a surprise, but we both were. Still do. This was the biggest surprise to me
Aw.
Actually did.
of actually getting this done and building it.
Are you in the
By
beach house
hand.
right now?
Yes. Yes.
Well, how
Yay.
about that? From what I can tell, you have lovely cabinets.
COVID sanctuary.
All right. So, ladies, are you ready to have some spotlight for a minute?
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right. Girls' time. So, men, please exit. Go somewhere soundproof.
the overhead light. Yeah.
Take your
Yeah.
babies with you. This round, the points are worth double. So now each correct answer gets you 10 points. And the first one is, what would your husband say is the first thing he does in the morning? Let us start with Miss Pat. What is the first thing Ed does in the morning?
Turns on the coffee.
Turns on the coffee. All right. Jessica, what's the first thing Colin does?
He poops.
Very, very efficient, apparently.
He does, yes.
Okay. Glenn Lee, what's your answer?
Nick looks at his phone first thing in the morning.
Does he check work emails?
No, he just goes through his Facebook and his Instagram and whatever else he does.
The real priorities.
Yeah, right.
All right. And Gina, what's your answer?
Go to the bathroom.
All right. Very good. Ladies, in high school, what clique was your husband a part of? Clique was Colin a part of in high school?
Definitely like the anime goth clique.
Anime goth clique?
Yes.
So the outcasts also.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Pat, what's your answer?
I'm going to say the sports car guys.
Sports car guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, and then Glenn Lee. What was Nick in?
He, I don't really know a clique per se because he's kind of one of those people that's friends with everybody. So if I had to put him in a clique, it would be the ones who didn't do their homework. I know he certainly didn't do his homework.
All right, and Gina, what's your answer?
Well, the first thing I wrote was that they weren't a clique, but they had a long hair and they drank a lot. So whatever you want to call that kind of clique. I think they thought they were jocks, but they were also partying a lot. So partiers.
See, the only thing that sounds worse than running is running with a stomach full of beer.
Yes.
For sure.
All right, this one might cause a fight later. Ladies, what is the one thing your husband consistently does that absolutely drives you crazy? What is one thing that Nick consistently does that drives you crazy?
He's like a tornado in the kitchen. He's a wonderful cook, but anytime that he cooks, it's like he has to use every dish and every bowl and every cutting board and every knife. And the meals are always amazing, but the aftermath is just, it's a lot.
So were you just writing down literally everything he pulls out of the cabinet?
No, that would take much longer.
All right, Gina, how about you? What's your answer?
I put down Mark doesn't always communicate what he's thinking. Like,
I assume you're not a mind
He thinks
reader.
I could read what he's thinking, but I can't always do that. I'm not that good.
All right, Jessica?
Very similar to he doesn't clean up after himself. Basically, he just doesn't throw away his trash. And he knows it bothers me so bad. Just like go to the trash and just throw it away when you're done with it. Put that back where it goes. You know.
Yeah, wolves aren't known for being very tidy.
He's getting better, granted, he's getting better, but sometimes he'll just leave a room and there'll be like 10 cans in there, and I'm like, throw it away. But yeah.
All right, Miss Pat, what's your answer?
I think this may cause a little issue, but he doesn't like me to help him in the kitchen or with projects, but we're working on that.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't get mad. He's trying.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so that is it for the 10-point questions. And now the final bonus question is, y'all are stranded on a desert island. Who is getting eaten first? All right. Well, Gina, what answer did you put down?
I put me, simply because even though I have more of a fight instinct, I wouldn't want to be left without him. So I'd let them just do it. Get it over with, man.
Yo, that's the most romantic story of cannibalism I've ever heard.
So sweet.
I mean, if you're going to do it, it better be romantic.
Yeah, a little candle.
I want to see candles.
Gina,
violin player.
All right. Miss Pat, what was your answer?
Well, I think that he would end up getting eaten first because he would fight to make sure I stayed alive.
So
romantic.
It is so romantic.
Yeah, I mean, he would want me to do that.
Yeah.
So he could stay alive. I mean, and I can stay alive.
Oh. All right. Jessica, what did you put?
I put him because basically the same thing. I'm also like pregnant right now, so he wouldn't want me to die and also our daughter to die. So, yeah, he'd probably sacrifice himself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Glenlee, what's your answer?
I put that I'm dying first because in terms of like making good decisions on a stranded island, he's definitely going to be making the better decisions than me. So in terms of sports, he's staying alive longer.
Oh, well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming with me on my morbid road trip of questions.
Really. A downer at times.
I know we've talked about arrest. We've talked about eating human flesh. Like, it's just a good Tuesday night.
It's been a lot.
All right. So if you guys want to go get your husbands, we will wrap this shit up.
One eternity later.
Well, welcome back, men.
Thank you.
Hello. Thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
These points are worth double what the first round were. So the first 3 are worth 10 points, and then there was also a 25-point bonus question. So it is still anyone's game. So, gentlemen, the first question is, what is the very first thing you do in the morning? Let's start with Nick. What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Something to do with Facebook, I feel like. Like scrolling through Facebook or...
And that's what she said. Checks your phone. All right, Colin, what's the very first thing you do in the morning?
I either take a hot shower or a bath, or I take a crap. Probably take a.
Let me find
You
it
have
here.
the card?
Yes.
Not even ready.
I had to hide them.
Oh, there you go. Do I get that? Do I set a shower too, or do I not get it?
Judges, what do you say?
Sure.
I mean, I would say sure.
Give it
Yeah.
to
10 points for poop.
him.
Okay, Mark, what's the first thing you do in the morning?
I'd say I use the little boy's room.
And Gina says go to the bathroom.
All right. Good job.
And then finally, Ed, what's the first thing you do in the morning?
Make coffee.
All right, and Miss Pat said?
Yeah.
Yay.
Turns on the coffee. There you go.
Yay, everybody.
That was another full sweep, guys. Very impressive. Okay. Gentlemen, what clique were you in high school? And let's start with Nick.
I've never been in a clique ever.
Well, that's not how this game works.
I
Uh,
was in like so many cliques. I don't know. Oh man, I don't. Let's go with a random one. The Scene Kids. I don't know.
You see it?
Oh, yeah, the
You
kids.
made it impossible for me to answer.
I didn't know that was a click.
See, we get each other.
Yeah, he wasn't in a clique. He just didn't do his homework.
I don't remember ever doing homework.
Oh,
Maybe some
goodness.
football concussions. Just kidding.
All right, Mark, what clique were you in?
I could go either way. Let's go like the Rockers.
Miss Gina, what did you say?
Okay, so the judges are gonna have to make a decision. I put not a click, long hair drinkers. And then I put you guys partiers, but you know.
Okay, you got it.
All right.
Okay, Jessica, or no, Colin. Colin, what clique were you in?
I was in like that, like the weird kids. You know, like you say what you were in. That's why we're such good friends. Like the art kids that like just like boring cartoons and like dress super weird and I don't know.
And so
Yeah,
Jessica said,
Like high school had those. I don't know. That's a weird.
I said anime.
Oh yeah, that's,
I mean,
that's
that's
a boring cartoon.
Uh-huh.
Colin, who was your favorite cosplay that you did?
I didn't do that many actually because when I did Cloud at Persicon, I got such an intense reaction that it just. I like going and still and like doing art for people, but I like the cosplay stuff. It was like people like really they get really intense and they'll follow you around and like It's intense.
To the warning.
Yeah, like if you do a cosplay that people like and they do a cosplay that they think fits with yours, they'll like assume that like you're best friends forever now. And like you want to be nice to people, but you also like, I don't know you.
And the only thing worse than being stalked is stalked by a group of 12-year-old girls calling you senpai.
Oh,
Oh no. That's my actual nightmare.
That's not a good look either. That's not a good look.
All right. Mr. Ed, what clique were you in high school?
It was so long ago, because it was 1964 when I graduated from high school, and it was in Macon, Georgia. And the big thing in Macon, Georgia, of course, was James Brown, Little Richard, the Soul People. And so it was riding around on, illegal beer, listening to soul music and James Brown, and going to see the rock shows.
Oh, that sounds like such a good time.
Oh, I missed
That's the
it.
movies.
See, Ed, you and Mark are really similar.
And she just showed me the answer, and I blew it.
No, we didn't know it, but
Nice.
he did sports cars too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This all around bad boy is what I'm getting from it. So, Ed, what was your favorite car back in the day?
Basically, I never owned one, but my favorite car, the one that I really wanted more than anything, was Porsches, the old 356 air-cooled Porsches. But I drove an MGB and a Studebaker.
Pretty cool.
That's fun.
I understood some of those words. Next. All right, men, beware.
Oh,
What
boy.
is the one thing you do consistently that drives your wife crazy? So
thing?
let's start with Mark. What are you doing to annoy Miss Gina so much?
Just within the last 24 hours or no? She wants me to communicate more. Sometimes I'm too quiet.
Y'all are batting 1,000.
Yay! No. Okay. Colin, what do you do that's infuriating?
Sometimes when I'm like really manic one day, or I'm like making stuff, or I'm just like having a lot of tasks, I just tend to leave mess about. Like I just leave mess around the house, and I'll go through like an intense side too where I clean it all up suddenly, but like for a while there'll be just like a trail of things that I leave behind. Yeah.
And that is exactly what Jessica put.
There you go. Good job.
Okay. Mr. Ed, what do you do that drives Miss Pat crazy?
Basically, I'm a stubborn old goat. I just want to do it my way most of the time.
That's it.
And it's hard for me to give in on things like that. But I do. I'm smarter.
All right. And then as Pat said that, oh, go ahead.
We have to get credit for that.
I
Yeah,
say
I think
so. Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely. Good job.
We're working on that.
yes.
All right. And lastly, we have Glenlee and Nick. So, Nick, what do you do? That's awful.
I do a lot of awful stuff. I'm generally pretty awful. I'll say something that I just now did. I leave the cast iron out after I cook, pretty much all day long. I think I like cooking a lot, which is helpful, but I also create more mess. That it's like inexplicable how much mess. The mess to cooking ratio doesn't add up.
And she said you're a tornado in the kitchen.
Nice.
And
That's also my other bedroom animal is a tornado.
Our director is saying a cast iron out in the South is blasphemy. So you're pissing off two women
It's the
right now.
centerpiece to our kitchen because I love my cast iron, so not blasphemy.
All right, wonderful. So this is the last one. The last question.
All right.
25 points.
Ooh.
So, with that big bundle of bananas, let's jump in with y'all are stranded on a desert island. Who's the first person to get eaten?
Eaten.
Eaten. Like
By what? What would be eating?
your partner.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
This is such a capacity question. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so it's not an animal, it's your partner.
There is no right answer there.
The women got really lighthearted questions.
So,
Just
gentlemen,
answered it. Whatever it may be, we answered the question.
the women gave the most romantic answers I've ever heard to this question. So, step up
Wow.
is what I'm saying. Let's start with who looks the most scared. Let's go with Nick.
Okay, so I think I misunderstood the question. I thought it was eaten by an animal.
We got to go for it anyways.
Does that look at your answer? Does that change?
So repeat the
Before-
question,
before she says
please.
anything, I can give both answers.
Repeat the question.
Yes. So the question is, y'all are stranded on a desert island, and who's the first to get eaten? And so I meant that as a who would consume who first.
Okay. I have both answers.
Okay.
And I think that's a good point for if I get hers right. All right. If it's by an animal, it's me because I'm fist fighting the animal. Whatever it is, I'm fist fighting it. Even if it's not really trying to eat us, but just to assert my dominance, I'm gonna take a fight with a lion out in the wilderness like an idiot.
Are you saying you're about to like nut up on a bunch of like beavers and squirrels?
I'm a massive idiot. Like when I have zero chill. I don't think things through. I think I can be intelligent if I have the time to think things through. I just never get there. So I would definitely, go up to some beavers or lions, whatever it is. Now the second answer is if we're starving, I definitely get eaten first. I just have a lot more body content than her. She wouldn't really fill up my plate, so I think I have a lot more junk in the trunk. I can spare some meat, is what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha. Well, Lily, what was your answer?
For the way that I understood the question, I said me. Like who's getting eaten first is definitely me in terms of like making smart decisions out in the wilderness.
You don't think you make smart decisions out in the wilderness? You think me? You think I would make better decisions than
I
you?
was thinking that. Now I don't know.
Oh my God. I would die immediately for no reason. Like we have plenty of food, shelter, whatever. I would just trip and break my leg and bleed out like an idiot.
Well, okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah, we're not taking any international overwater flights.
I mean, just because of the state of the world, I think that's probably a good idea.
That,
Well,
but
I feel like I'm more dangerous than the world is to myself.
Okay, before we go any further, I just want everybody to know their current standing in points. And Colin and Jessica have 35. Glenlee and Nick have 30. Gina and Mark have 45. And Pat and Ed have 30. So Gina and Mark are in the lead, but it's anyone except for Nick and Glenlee's game still.
Wow.
All right, Colin, who is getting eaten first on your
Me.
island?
Me. I'm getting eaten first.
How come?
I mean, especially the state that she's in, it's an easy answer. But I just also just,
She's
I don't
hungry?
know. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I changed my answer. I went back and forth, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's 25. Good job. See, so much romance can come from this.
From death. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
All right, Mr. Ed, what's your answer to the cannibal question?
I would say I would sacrifice myself for love, and I would be the first one eaten. I would offer myself up.
Yes, he would too.
Yay!
Yay, yay.
Okay, that's 25 more. And next, Gina and Mark. So, what you say, Mark?
So I'm going to say Gina, because first of all, she tastes a whole lot better than I would. I'm all old and grizzly. And then she would think she couldn't survive alone, so I would say her.
And that's what she.
Hey, good job.
Now let's not put it to the test.
All right, guys. Well, that is it. And with all of the points in, Gina and Mark won with a staggering 60 points. Congratulations. But all of you guys did phenomenal. Y'all did so good. Y'all have renewed my opinions on love. So good. The prizes. So for our winners, y'all will receive a virtual trip back in time to 1975 Puerto something that starts with a V.
Vallarta?
That's it.
I always wanted to go. I've never been to Mexico.
Well, now you can from the comfort of your own home. You know, just fill a bowl with some water and it's exactly the same.
And get on YouTube.
Bring your Montezuma's revenge pills and you're good to go.
Great. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Of course. And then all of our other contestants receive the consolation prize of an industrial bottle of virtual hand sanitizer.
All right.
Ooh, that's good.
That may be more practical.
That's in my demand.
And also, just in closing, I would like to remind all of our viewers out there that we appreciate you spending the game show with us. We hope you had a great time. And if you are interested in commenting, liking, sharing, or donating, we welcome all of the above. So, with all that said, we will all wish you goodbye.